What's considered to be sexist isn't as straightforward as you'd think. For instance, if you give an example of how men and women are different in a way that shows men as being predatory or inherently a threat to women, people are totally fine with this. To give an example, if you say that men have a natural propensity for muscle development and on average have about twice the upper body strength than women do, which makes them very threatening and very capable of committing terrible assaults toward women. Now, the point is, no one's going to say, "Oh, that's sexist." You can't say that men, have this kind of advantage or this strength. Now, this comparison between men and women is couched in a statement that's saying that essentially men are inherently a threat to women. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't loads of men out there who are threats. That's definitely true, but that's very different than saying that all men are inherently a threat. But suddenly, when you drop the context in which this statement is made, when you simply say men have a natural propensity for muscle development, that on average men have about twice the upper body strength than women do, suddenly the exact same people are going to be very uncomfortable. They're going to get defensive, and they're almost certainly going to say, "That's a bit sexist," even though it's the exact same statement. You're just not saying that, well, therefore men are inherently a threat to women. Now, the reason this is, it's not because people don't like to identify that men and women are different. The reason why they get uncomfortable and call you sexist is because you're insinuating that there's something good or valuable or admirable about men. And that is what our culture hates. It hates the idea that men have anything admirable in them. People are totally fine hearing that men and women are different so long as men are seen as a villain, or at least not admirable. But when you say there is a quality to men that is actually valuable, even if it's just insinuated, that makes people uncomfortable. And that's what people consider to be sexist today. Now, when it comes to what should be considered sexism, what is actual sexism is when you say that one of the sexes is superior to the other. Now, you can have two things that are different and good at different things, but not necessarily better than one or the other. I mean, if you just think of maybe a pair of friends that you have, each having unique qualities that are, that make them uniquely them. And maybe one is better at painting and the other is better at cooking. But that doesn't mean one is superior than the other. It just means they have different qualities that enhance your life in different ways. I think the same goes with men and women. You can look at men and say, man, men are really good at these things. And you can look at women and say, man, women are really good at these things. But that doesn't mean one is superior to the other. I would say that that is genuine sexism. And unfortunately, that's quite common these days on both sides. So the goal should be to see that men and women are different. And that's a good thing. We have different qualities and we can be good at different things. And that's just good. That just makes life more colorful, more interesting. And ultimately, men and women are just two pieces to one big puzzle, which is humanity. We're both designed to go together. And it's our differences that make us fit together, actually. So don't let people calling you sexist just for pointing out that there's something admirable to men keep you from seeing that fact.